glasses, check. Hey, how's it going? So I'm packing up. I've got my good camera in here, and then I'll be bringing the GoPro along with me, but I'm going to a place called Intramuros. Intramuros, I believe is the pronunciation. And it's basically the old town of Manila. It's where the Spanish built a huge fort when they were occupying the country. It's a walled city basically, and to protect them from the locals, because obviously they were an invading force. So, but it's still there, pretty historic place. There's a cool old cathedral there. The whole feel of the area is kind of colonial building style. So it should be pretty interesting. Should get a lot of cool photography and just be a fun place to go out on a little adventure. So I'm gonna bring you guys along with us. We are taking our backpack. We're leaving Wanagi though, because it's just too hot outside. I just took her for a big walk, and so she's actually crashed under the bed. Look, this is her new little spot under the bed there, huh, honey? Yeah. It's just too warm outside, so she went potty. She's got plenty of food and water over here in her bowl. It's just better for Wanagi to stay here. I'll be back, probably be gone for like 2 or 3 hours at the most. Probably grab something to eat down there too. There's supposed to be some really cool, authentic restaurants serving all sorts of good Filipino dishes. And then Chinatown's down there too. So if we have time and it's in close range, there's the oldest Chinatown in the Philippines down there, which would be good too, because I bet they have some amazing food. A lot of museums and kind of history down there. So we'll take you along with us and share the adventure. But looks like we're all packed up, got everything we need, and we're gonna head out. I think we're gonna be catching a jeepney too. So you get to join us on our first jeepney ride here in the Philippines, which will be most excellent. Yes. Hey, how's it going? So, who are we going to see? Reserzo?
Yeah.
So, Reserzo Memorial, and it's a famous Philippine hero, basically. And so there's an amazing statue up here, and just some stuff out. So we'll show you this first as we come up to it. That'd be him up there with that big old sword. Very unique piece here in Manila is the Rosario Statue Memorial. It's a massive bronze piece of artwork. Hello, yes, thank you. But amazing piece of artwork, all in bronze. Incredible. All right, so we're coming up on the top of the fort wall here. It's surrounded by golf course, but kind of cool. And then this over here was actually, the building with the bars over here was actually built by the Japanese, I believe, to house prisoners of war during World War II. And this would have been the prison inside of here, this area where all those people are down here playing badminton and frisbee. And then when the Allies took the Philippines back from the Japanese, it then also became a war camp, prisoners of war for the Japanese soldiers until the end of World War II. So kind of cool, but surrounded by a golf course, and these are the original walls to the Spanish fort, which is kind of cool. What's left of it. It was bombed out in World War II also by the Japanese when they took the Philippines. So we're checking out St. Augustine Church here in Intramuros, downtown Manila. It's a beautiful church. So I'm going to scope up to the ceiling here in a second. It's amazing. Look at the ceiling. Incredible. There's actually a wedding going on right now as we speak. The bride and groom are straight ahead of us. Pretty amazing, getting married in a church like this. So you can see St. Augustine Church behind me. I'm going to back up here so you can get a better view, but pretty amazing building. Survived an earthquake even in the 1800s. Almost destroyed it, but still standing. They've done a lot of refurbishing over the years, but pretty amazing place. There's actually a wedding going on inside. Look at even the bell tower. How incredible is that? Just amazing old structure. Again, it was built, I believe, I want to say in the early 1800s, maybe even prior to that. Do you know when this was built? When was it built? Do you know? No? Okay. Here, I bet it says it over here. All right, we're going to go check out the real deal. It says when it was built, all that. It was oldest stone church in the Philippines. Plans were approved in 1586. Construction started in 1587 and completed in 1607. So this church was actually completed in 1607, the 1600s. How amazing is that? Beautiful church. Right on. We're out. So this is called Allies for Freedom, and it's actually the ruins of the American barracks here in the fortress here, what's left of it after the bombing for World War II. And this was where the Americans were before the Japanese invaded, but this has kind of got portraits of that time around here on the walls, you can see. And it was bombed out by the Japanese. August 15th, 1945, when they were repatriated by the United States and Japan was kicked out of the country. Filipinos and Americans fought side by side to move the Japanese out of the Philippines country. Pretty cool. Bombed out. Pretty cool. An old MacArthur. Cool part of the old walled fort behind me is the entrance to this other place with a moat around it. How cool is that? Look at this. Big old lily pads. Pretty amazing. And then the big old fort with the seal up on the top there. If you can see it. I'll get closer and get a nice close-up view, but just a huge courtyard behind us. It's kind of a garden area. Pretty amazing. So pretty cool. Look at the artwork up there. That's a big wood piece interlaid into the cement structure. Brick. Amazing, like Knights of Templar carved in there. Pretty amazing piece. I'm going to zoom in for you. A pretty amazing piece, you see that? And it's carved out of wood and laid into the mortar. Pretty amazing. We're gonna walk through this. Pretty cool. Entering an inner part of the fort here. It's pretty amazing. Look at this. Absolutely amazing. Then that goes up to the turrets where they have the cannons up there. Just a pretty amazing barracks in here is what it was for Spanish soldiers. Plaza de Armas. Pretty amazing. Look at the brickwork over there. Pretty incredible. So I wanted to show you this. So this tree in front of us is actually a mango tree. How cool is that? Well, hopefully we can get in close here. There's some mangoes hanging from it. If you're from the Philippines, it's not a big deal, but it's a big deal for me because I've only seen these in the Dominican Republic. It's pretty cool. A cool old mango tree. Look at that. Big old mangoes hanging out. Not ripe yet, but soon. And then what's this? This is a theater. Military barracks, a school for petty officers, 18th century. Hello.
Hello.
Look at this. This is an amazing structure. Look. It would have been back here was the military barracks in the 1800s. Spanish soldiers. Pretty incredible. I'd be remiss if I didn't show you this. Is the river here. Not sure what the river's called though. Do we know what the river's called?
No.
We don't know what the river's called here, but look at that amazing building reflection in the water I'm showing you right now. How amazing is that? It's beautiful. I'm gonna take a photograph because it'll be even better when I take a photograph. And then look at the other building to the right of the main building. Can you see the golden glow off of that building in the water? I'm gonna capture that too because I'm so amazing. All right, never mind. Cool, check it out. Look, here's the river that's running through Manila here right now. And it's getting close to sunset, so it's actually pretty brilliant out. It's amazing. You can see the reflection in the water of all the big buildings behind me. Check this out. Look, how amazing is that, huh? And then that really cool bridge down there in the other end. And down here towards the west, which is the sunset going down over there, and the break hole of Manila, and then downtown Manila behind us, which is pretty amazing. Look behind me. And we're still in the old fort. You can see all around us. There's the old wall structures, little like guard gates here. So pretty cool. We're going into the dungeons of Fort Santiago right now.
Picture and video, it's free.
All right. We are entering the dungeon. He said it's free, and I'm guessing we don't get out.
Yeah.
We're gonna get locked up. Thanks, bud.
Okay.
All right.
Welcome.
Put your head down through here.
Yeah.
Ay.
Oh, careful.
Oh, look. All the war prisoners. Pretty scary. These are actual pictures here on the wall of the footage of the conditions that war criminals, or not war criminals, but just the dead bodies that they found down in the dungeons down here. The Japanese were very cruel during the war. Poor guys. Not doing well down here, are you? Wish you the best. Prayers to you. The conditions were horrific here. More just dead bodies. Pretty bad. Actually, this place is not a very good place here. A lot of death happened in here. So this place is hollow ground, actually. So much respect to whoever is dead in here, and prayers for you, and may your afterlife be filled with blessings, yeah? Good energy to you. Pretty horrific conditions, I'm sure, down here. The Japanese were known for their brutality during the World War II. This is one of the culprits. Shouldn't be treating people like this, sir. Not nice, sir. I'm gonna go check it out and come along for the ride.
Plastic mo lang. Plastic kayo dyan, tara?
Hindi, dalawa lang sila kakain.
Ha?
Sila lang kakain.
Free bingo.
Oh, I'll eat every one of those.
Free bingo.
Philippine mango are so good.
I give you.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, thank you.
I get plastic.
Kuya, tatlo lang.
Ito yung mga latyan.
Hindi, mabigat yan. Tatlo lang po.
Right on, the guard here is going to hook us up with some mangoes. They have trees all over through here and they fall, and so he's going to get a plastic bag and fill them up, and then we'll check them out. Check this is where they run all down, and it's all the Legos. Look at these, they're all made out of Legos. All Legos. How amazing. Church. All Legos. Pretty amazing. So we're exiting through the dungeon, up through and back out onto the parapet. And a barge moving across the river out here. Nice cool fishing junk boat out here. How cool is this? And local ferry fishermen.